Did you know that celebrities often have impersonators who can make a surprising amount of money? Some lookalikes can charge thousands for appearances, and it's not uncommon for fans to get tricked. Meet Sarah, a big fan of Brad Pitt. She's been fantasizing about meeting him for years, and one day, she thought her dream had finally come true. She was browsing social media when she stumbled upon a profile that looked identical to the Hollywood star. The profile had all the right pictures, and the bio even mentioned his famous movies. Sarah was convinced it was the real deal. Sarah couldn't believe her luck when the Brad Pitt profile messaged her directly. They started chatting, and she was swooning over his charming responses. She felt like she was talking to her celebrity crush, and the conversation flowed easily. As they continued to chat, Sarah started to notice how down-to-earth and kind Brad was. He asked her about her interests, her job, and her family. He even sent her funny memes and gifs. Sarah was smitten, and her friends were all jealous of her newfound connection with the A-lister. Sarah was chatting with the impersonator for weeks, and they started discussing meetups. The impersonator claimed he was going to be in her city for a charity event, and he invited her to attend as his +1. Sarah was over the moon. She couldn't wait to meet her crush in person. The impersonator started sending Sarah pictures of himself, claiming they were recent photos from his private jet. The pictures looked real, and Sarah was convinced that she was really talking to Brad Pitt. She even started making plans to clear her schedule for the charity event. As the days went by, the impersonator started asking Sarah for favors. He claimed he needed help with a business deal, and he needed her to send him some money to cover the expenses. Sarah was hesitant at first, but the impersonator reassured her that he would pay her back as soon as the deal was done. The impersonator was very convincing, and Sarah started sending him small amounts of money. She didn't think twice about it, as she was too busy fantasizing about their future together. But as the requests for money kept coming, Sarah started to feel a bit uneasy. The impersonator was very good at making excuses, and Sarah didn't want to believe that she was being scammed. She kept sending him money, thinking that their relationship was real. But as the weeks went by, Sarah started to notice that the impersonator was getting more and more evasive. One day, Sarah stumbled upon an article about Brad Pitt's latest charity work. But to her surprise, the article mentioned that he was in a completely different country, not in her city. It was then that she realized she had been talking to an impersonator the whole time. Sarah was devastated. She felt like she had been punched in the gut. She couldn't believe that she had fallen for the scam, and that she had sent money to a complete stranger. She was angry with herself for being so naive, and she was heartbroken that her fantasy had been shattered. The realization hit her hard, and Sarah started to cry. She felt like she had lost a part of herself, and she didn't know how to move on. She started to question her own judgment, and she wondered how she could be so blind. As the truth sunk in, Sarah started to feel a mix of emotions. She was angry, sad, and embarrassed all at once. She didn't know how to process her feelings, and she didn't know who to turn to. Sarah started to reach out to her friends and family, telling them about the scam. They were all shocked and supportive, but Sarah couldn't shake off the feeling of shame. She felt like she had been fooled, and she didn't know how to get her confidence back. In the days that followed, Sarah tried to get her money back, but it was too late. The impersonator had blocked her on social media, and she had no way of contacting him. She reported the incident to the authorities, but she knew it was a long shot. Sarah's experience was a hard lesson learned. She realized that she had been blinded by her celebrity crush, and that she had ignored the red flags. She started to research online safety, and she learned how to spot fake profiles. In the end, Sarah's story is a cautionary tale. It's a reminder to always be cautious online, and to never send money to someone you don't know. It's a reminder that celebrities often have impersonators, and that it's easy to get fooled. So, what can we learn from Sarah's experience? Firstly, never trust someone you meet online too quickly. Always do your research, and always be cautious. Secondly, never send money to someone you don't know, no matter how convincing their story is. If you've been scammed before, please share your story in the comments below. Let's raise awareness about online scams, and let's help each other stay safe online. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more entertaining and educational content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.